Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our channel, How We Move the Decimal. And the allergies have hit hard in the Midwest, so I'm a little gruffer voice-wise right now. Sorry. Um, Much of my cat is going to be in this video again. I get lots of comments about him and how he likes to be my helper. And am I hurting him? I'm not hurting him. This is like sometimes double speed, sometimes 4 times speed. So he's just getting pets and stuff, but he is being a brat. He's trying to wear this jean skirt for me, letting me know what it's like. I will say I didn't end up listing those pants or that jean skirt because I found flaws in them. I found flaws in the jean skirt. The and I can't, especially when I'm at the bins, I can totally fall prey to this where I don't look that close. I just get excited and put them in the basket and I don't look that close. And then when I get home and look at them, I'm like, oh, they've been hemmed or there's a flaw. And I've talked about this a little bit before, but in case this is your first video watching me, I like to photograph in like similar things. So it makes it easier for me. So I'm going to photograph all pants. I'm going to photograph all shirts. That's how I like to do it. But if I don't have it already set up, then I'll figure that out and I'll just photograph things. But it's easier that way for me because I get in a groove, so I know all the measurements and stuff. These right here are all pants that my son outgrew because apparently children grow, and he's really good with his clothes. Like I can usually give his clothes away, like hand me down his clothes to our friends, or I can sell his clothes. He doesn't tend to run his clothes. He little worse with shirts, but pants he doesn't walk the bottoms off, tends to be very, very good with them. So I don't have an issue finding new homes for his clothes. My girls, on the other hand, are the complete opposite. Granted, by the time my third child gets to it, usually the shirts have gone through 3 children already. My middle child is incredibly hard on pants. She's hard on the knees. She's hard on the bottoms. So a lot of that stuff, just the girls' stuff, just doesn't see eBay or even hand-me-downs. Like I don't even consider them in good enough quality to get hand-me-down. But my son's stuff, that's a different story. A lot of this stuff actually didn't come from the bins. A lot of this stuff either came from my son outgrowing it, myself trading out pants, or from a Goodwill blue box. I'm not even sure if they still do blue boxes like they did, but again, this came from my death pile, so it's probably a year old, which is kind of sad, and I'm not sure I want to admit to that, but it's pretty old. And they used to, when they originally did the blue boxes, you could buy like women's assorted jeans, and then you could buy women's sizes. I always bought a assorted jeans for women and assorted jeans for men box, and I would buy a women's extra large, a men's extra large, and a men's small. And I would keep what I wanted to keep for my own family and then get rid of the rest and sell the rest. And I had really, really good luck with the jeans. I recently looked on the Goodwill Blue Box and it doesn't look like you can buy by size anymore. You can just buy like random shirts or random pants. And I don't know if I would feel comfortable buying random sizes because I know when I bought the random jean sizes, a grand majority of them were tiny. So like these jeans, the jean shorts you saw me photograph at the very beginning, super tiny, like 0s and 2s. So I'm worried if I bought a random shirt lot, it would also be very, very tiny. And then I couldn't use anything from it. And at least when I was able to buy in my size, I knew I would get my money out of it from the stuff I kept for myself, even if I didn't sell it. That being said, I was able to sell a lot of stuff out of the jeans boxes, even the very small sizes, but it took a very long time. I have a pretty hard time selling anything under an 8. If it's, especially like 0s and 2s, that's very difficult for me to sell. 8s I can sell, honestly, a 16 is probably the best, a 1X, stuff like that. This is a new Under Armour shirt, but it is a specific team. It is a college team, so it's going to be more difficult to sell than if it was just a blank shirt. However, it is new, so I did pick that up at the Bend, and it's very light. Under Armour is very, very light. My husband actually picked a lot of these visors up. There was, this is a Jimmy John's one, and we already sold a Jimmy John's visor earlier from the same lot for like $15, but this one had a little spot on it, so I had to wipe it off. This is more of the swimsuits I picked up. The difficulty I had here is I was not organized enough to have the tops and bottoms together, and I had tops and bottoms in one basket, and then in another basket had the other tops and bottoms. I didn't have everything put together. These sandals were surprisingly really good. I tend not to pick up shoes. I know a lot of resellers love reselling shoes. I'm not great with reselling shoes, so I tend not to pick up shoes. And shoes can take more space up to store. And again, I'm very hesitant, unless it's like a brand new pair of shoes. I'm very hesitant to pick up shoes. This is a handmade purse, but it is genuine leather, so I will list that. Unfortunately, it has like the boutique pricing on it. I saw a spot on this that I needed to wipe off. It is wool, so it is dry clean only. So, and I'm also taking tape and getting all of the cat hair off of it because my house has cat hair. This is a very pretty purple, like a very, very bright purple Pendleton suit coat, but again, it had a spot that I needed to clean off, so it actually didn't get listed with this round. I put it aside to get listed with the next round after it dried. I'm getting cat hair off, so my cat has to jump off and put more cat hair on it as I'm getting it off, because that's how cats work. With this, again, I don't end up listing it this time, so it won't be in my listing stuff, and I don't even end up taking photos of it, but I do spot clean a couple things. I do have a dry cleaning like thing for my dryer, and I will run things through on that, so I ended up putting it aside, spot cleaning it, and running through the dry clean cycle on my dryer, and I will list it next time around. But that's very nice for if you are shopping for washers and dryers. That being said, if I have to go and buy a new washing machine, which could happen anytime because my appliances hate me, but if I have to go buy a new washing machine, I would buy a different washing machine. I'm not happy with mine. I have a front loader right now, and I want a top loader so bad. So my next washing machine will be a top loader, but I absolutely love my dryer. And I don't care if they match. I don't care if I have the same washer or dryer, but I would highly recommend when you're shopping, if you need to get a new dryer, to get one with a dry clean option on it. So most of us are not going to take, especially something we're going to resell, most of us are not going to take something to the dry cleaner. Unfortunately for the fabric I just had in my hand, it was a silk and it had rotted. I picked it up and it was just crumbling in my hands, so I ended up not being able to list that. I'm going through them, looking for stains, looking for size. There are a couple things I do list. These actually go for a decent amount of money. The old patterns where you turn them into pillows. So one side was supposed to be kittens, the other side was supposed to be puppies, and that was the pillow. And that fabric also still had the name on it, which is very convenient. And then there was a Victorian house and a doll. The doll, again, these sell really well. I don't know why. This seems very early 90s to me, late 80s. This is like the pillows we would have. I don't see, a lot of little girls wanting this now, but they do sell really well. I'm having issues with this one because it was already sewn together. So I'm debating, and I ended up not listing it because it was already sewn together. And a lot of that came from my mom's house and my grandmother had a lot of projects she didn't complete. I'm looking at the patterns. The patterns actually are not going for that much, and because the patterns were not stored in climate controlled airtight containers, they're actually crumbling. So a lot of them were just falling apart. So I, after looking them up, decided not to list those. But it's sad when I'm like, I can't list. I've stored this and I can't list it, but then it's also happy because it's not going to be in my house anymore. So I'm trying to come to terms with that. I think that's sunk cost. I think that's money lost. However, if I can list it, I can list it, but if I can't list it, then it's not here. And that will give me real estate in my house to put something else. So again, trying to come to terms with that. This is a really cool hiking, like, not a fanny pack, but a fanny pack. It holds 2 water bottles in it, and you put it on your back, and it's supposed to like offer support. I'm having to look it up to see what the official name of it is, and I do end up listing it. This is a Simply Southern t-shirt. I had actually bought it for myself, and I decided that it was better to be sold, I guess. The whole constant reseller thing, I could get more money for this if I sold it. I don't need to keep it. I love tie-dye though. I'm absolutely obsessed with tie-dye. I have so many tie-dyed shirts in my closet, and I was like, I don't need another tie-dyed shirt, but I do really like that shirt. More of the bathing suits. I think I got like 5 or 6 different bathing suits just in one bins grab. So I just grabbed a large handful. I didn't even look at them. I didn't even sort them out. Some people are pretty iffy about buying used bathing suits. I do find I sell used tops a lot quicker than used bottoms. So people are more hesitant to buy it. And I have had people message me and ask to split the tops and bottoms. So they asked if they could just buy the tops. I have no idea what's going on in this bathing suit. It took me a bit to figure out what happened. And again, with like the bathing suits in the previous videos, somebody took all the padding out. So when I list it, I have to list it as flawed because it doesn't have the padding inside the cups. But it is a decent brand, so I can't complain. I'll get way more than I paid for them. I bought them at the bins. They're very, very light. This one is missing the like straps. It can be like strapless or have straps. It doesn't have straps, but I can still get a decent amount of money selling it, even though it doesn't have the straps. This, I swear, I found like 7 pieces to this bathing suit. Not really. I think I found 3, but I didn't realize I had 2 top options. So I found the other top way later on, and I'm still going back and forth if I want to list them together or list them separately. I was kind of amazed at the haphazard, like slapdash way I just grabbed these bathing suits. I found so many matching out like bathing suits, tops and bottoms, where I didn't even check. I just grabbed them all. It was at the end of the day. I didn't want to deal with it. I knew they weren't that much. And they actually ended up being full sets, which I was very surprised by. This is another top that I think went with the other top. So I think it's the same brand, same size, and I think those like straps, because they do come off, I think they come off and they can go back and forth between the different tops, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, just I don't know high-end bathing suits. I buy bathing suits at Walmart for myself, so I just don't know. This is a bra. Now, I will say I have really backed away from bras. I used to buy them all the time, but eBay has got really wonky with listing undergarments. So, and they consider bras undergarments. So I backed away from listing bras, except if they're really a particular brand or a really good size. Those cars, I think there were curtains. I ended up not listing them because they were handmade. This is a shirt. It's a We the Free shirt, Free People shirt. I'm not going to get a lot for it, but I'm going to get enough that it will pay for itself. It's very lightweight, very free shipping. The This shirt is a fishing shirt, and I have a mint green one and a melon colored one. So with this, I was going back and forth and listing them together as a lot or listing them separately, and I decided to list them separately. I had to blur a lot in this video because my daughter decided she needed to come and have a full long length conversation with me as I was listing. So sorry for the blurs, but I do not want to have my daughter on TV. So with this, again, this is like the melon colored one. I do find, ironically, that pinks, melons, yellows sell very well when it comes to these fishing shirts and linen shirts and stuff. So like those colors, like what I would consider more spring colors, tend to sell really well. Which is nice. So I tend to gravitate towards those. I have a really hard time selling camo ones, selling like dark greens or dark blues, but the Easter egg color ones sell very well. So I am quicker to pick those up and happier to pick those up. I did get these from the bins. They're very light. They're wick away. With this. So this is a spider shirt, and I got it from the bins, and it's white, and like getting anything from the bins that is white is slightly terrifying because it tends not to end up being white. I don't know if someone had picked this up and threw it back, but it obviously wasn't like shoved around in the bins, and I was very happy to pick it up. I did make sure that there was no hemming on the sleeves and stuff because I don't want to deal with that. This is just a Banana Republic polo. Nothing big, but this will sell. Now, it will sell towards the end of summer. Like, I tend to sell a lot of polos, a lot of khaki pants towards like the end of July, beginning of August. This is a Vans swim trunks, and they tend to do very well, especially the more vintage Vans. The more vintage Vans you can get, the more likely they are to sell. This is an LL Bean suit coat, and LL Bean suit coats are very nice. They do well, but they're super heavy, and I'm not sure I can fit this in a padded flat rate because it is a larger size. So I have issues with that, and I'm constantly Googling which side the buttons are on, if it's for a men's or women's, because I don't want to mix it up. And I always do that. And this is a nice tan khaki color, so I think it'll sell really well, once I finally get it listed. But this could be the end of summer before I get these listed. The pillowcase, vintage pillowcases do very well. I particularly like them when they still have the tags in them, but a lot of times vintage pillowcases do not have tags in them, so that can be difficult. It's easier with the pillowcases than with the sheets because I always have to look up and Google the sheets and see what's the best. What size is this most like? What size is this not most like? This is a very plain vintage pillowcase, but it has, and it's very, very hard to tell in this video, but it has like embroidery on the end of it. And some people like that. And what I found pre-pandemic is a lot of people with like Airbnbs and stuff were buying pillowcases, like vintage pillowcases, to put in their Airbnbs as like fun things to do. And I think that's what I would do. I think it's really cute. And here is all of the pictures, all of the photographs of what I'm going to list and how I'm going to list it. Again, size zeros. If things are embellished or they're fun, I'm more likely to pick them up. If they have patterns on them, they're more likely to be fun, and I'm more likely to pick them up, or have bright, fun colors. All of that kind of attracts me to it. I always have a difficult time trying to list hats. People have bought hat forms and stuff, and I just don't know. Like, maybe, I don't know. If I sold more hats, I would do that, but I really don't sell that many hats. And the ones I do sell are so unique that I'm more likely to just sell them. If no matter if they were on a hat or not, I'm more likely to sell them because they're more unique. I have a vintage Hawaii hat that's really dirty, but it's so cool that I need to clean, and I'm just dreading it. I'm dreading looking at it and trying to clean it. And I got it out of a free box at a rummage sale, so that was pretty awesome. I will say it'll take me a while to list these. I have a bunch of things, and I'm going to have videos of me listing them, but I have a bunch of things that are they just fell off. So they're very old, but I don't know when they fell off. So I need to relist them so I know when they fell off. But so I'll have that there. And if some of the stuff doesn't sell, it may end up back in my closet and under my possession, but I don't know if it will or not. This is when I wish I was a smaller size, so I could wear all these pretty bathing suits, but not in my wheelhouse, unfortunately, and I'll probably feel guilty if I wore an expensive bathing suit anyway. I have to get Walmart bathing suits. I will say it's been incredibly slow on eBay lately. This past month, I think my 30-day total is less than $100. It's been super, super slow, but I have not been actively listing or actively promoting, and it's on me. And ironically, most people say it's the summer slowdown for them, but I tend to pick up around July. And I don't know, that's because I'm mainly clothing and people are buying it for like back to school and stuff. But I will do a lot of business around the end of July, which is really nice. I do need to list the bathing suits before summer starts, though. With the supply and demand issues, I'm wondering if I'll be able to sell those quicker because they're actually there. It is March 9th as I'm narrating this, and I already picked up bathing suits for my entire family at Walmart, and it was very limited supply. So that makes me wonder what they normally would have 2 aisles or 2 to 3 racks of. They had a rack. They had only 4 different styles for my daughter to even choose from. So I'm wondering if there's going to be a bathing suit shortage. If there is, I totally got them. Like, come buy bathing suits on eBay from me. So, and with inflation and stuff raising right now, I need to go back through and really justify and look at, is it worth me driving to the post office for the sale type stuff. But that is the end of the video, and I hope you stay and watch some more videos. Please like and subscribe so I can eventually get monetized. That'd be amazing, and hope to see you next time.